Welcome devotees for the morning Bhagavatam class. So I'll recite my prayers now by taking the blessings of all acharyas and Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. So I want to take blessing and start my Bhagavatam class. Om Ajnanatimiraandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Vena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Mena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swabhadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Srita Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakhanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagat Prate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostate तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। I'll recite Bhagavatam prayers. नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत् शुश्रूषो श्रद्धदानस्य वासुदेवाकतारुचि भगवत् महत्सेवया विप्रा पुण्य तीर्थानि सेवनात् शृण्वतां स्वकतः कृष्णा पुण्यश्रवण कीर्तना हृदयन्तस्ते भद्राणि विदुनोति सताम् नष्टप्रायेषु च भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टकी तदा रजस्तमो भावा कामलोभदयश्च ये चेतयेतेर् अनाविधिं सिद्धितं सात्वे प्रसीदति एवं प्रसन्न मनसो भगवद्भक्तियोगतः भगवत्तत्त्वविज्ञानं मुक्तसञ्जस्य जायते विद्यते हृदयग्रन्थे स्थितन्ते सर्वसंशया क्षीयन्ति च कर्माणि दृष्टा एवात्मनीश्वरे। Today I'll be talking about verse 1.17.3. This chapter is all about punishment and reward of Kali. So I will share my screen and I will share the verse. Punishment and reward of Kali, and then doing text number 3. Gam cha dharma dugdam deenam vrisham sudrapadhatatam vivatsam ashruvadanam kshamam yavasam ichatim. Gam, the cow, cha, also, dharma, dugdam, beneficial, because one can draw religion from her. Dhinam, now rendered poor. Vrisham, distressed. Sudra, the lower caste. Pada ahatam, beaten on the legs. Vivastisam, without any calf. Ashruvadanam, with tears in her eyes. Kshamam, very weak. Yavasam, grass. Ichatim, as if desiring to have some grass to eat. Translation. Although the cow is beneficial because one can draw religious principles from her, she was now rendered poor and calfless. Her legs were being beaten by Sudra. There were tears in her eyes, and she was distressed and weak. She was hankering after some grass in the field. Purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The next symptom of the age of Kali is the distressed condition of the cow. Milking the cow means drawing the principles of religion in a liquid form. The great rishis and munis would live only on milk. Srila Sukadeva Goswami would go to a householder while he was milking a cow, and he would simply take a little quantity of it for subsistence. Even 50 years ago, no one would deprive a sadhu of a quart or two of milk, and every householder would give milk like water. For a Sanatanist, a follower of Vedic principles, it is the duty of every householder to have cows and bulls as household paraphernalia, not only for drinking milk, but also for depriving religious principles. The Sanatanist worships cows on religious principles and respects Brahmanas. The cow's milk is required for the sacrificial fire, and by performing sacrifices, the householder can be happy. The cow's calf not only is beautiful to look at, but also gives satisfaction to the cow. And so she delivers as much milk as possible. But in Kali Yuga, the calves are separated from the cows as early as possible for purposes which may not be mentioned in these pages of Srimad Bhagavatam. The cow stands with tears in her eyes. The Shudra milkman draws milk from the cow artificially. And when there is no milk, the cow is sent to be slaughtered. These greatly sinful acts are possible for all the troubles in present society. People do not know what they are doing in the name of economic development. The influence of Kali will keep them in the darkness of ignorance. Despite all endeavors for peace and prosperity, they must try to see the cows and the bulls happy in all respects. Foolish people don't know how one earns happiness by making the cows and bulls happy. But it's fact by the law of nature. Let us take it from authority of Srimad Bhagavatam and adopt the principles for the total happiness of humanity. I want to explain bit by bit. I didn't have much time to prepare, but whatever Srila Prabhupada and Gurus and Acharyas told, I want to repeat whatever they said. The next symptom of the age of Kali is distressed condition of the milking cow. We already know, like from 2 to 3 days, Kankabja Prabhu and everybody, they are talking about how bad is age of Kali. It's so bad, how bad it is. So Kali Yuga, the age of quarrel, is a period of time lasting for 4,32,000 years and characterized by hypocrisy, degradation, and overall rise in the vice. It is last and worst of the 4 ages, Satyuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, and Kali Yuga, mentioned in the ancient Vedic literature. We are now living in Kali Yuga that began around 5,000 years ago. This is the age of distress and havoc, immorality, and irreligion. Coming to the next one, what is religion? Radhanath Swami Maharaj once told that philosophy means to inquire, to understand, and religion means to practice with faith. This touched my heart. And the 5 basic truths about religion or dharma are summarized in Bhagavad Gita as Ishvara, the God controller, Jivatma, the spirit soul, Prakriti, the material nature, Kala, the time factor, and the karma, reaction to the good or evil deeds. So the Bhagavad Gita said that the religion or dharma is depending on the 5 factors. Of these, the first 4 are eternal principles, while the 5th one, karma, is temporary. Religion is generally defined and understood as spiritual belief, which is based on faith. Understanding and acting on the platform of our eternal identity is eternal spirit souls is the real religion. Religion is categorized into 2. One is Bhagavad Dharma and one is the Varnashrama Dharma. Unless we understand both levels of dharma, we will not be able to properly discharge our spiritual and material duties. The first one is Bhagavad Dharma. What does that do for? Bhagavad Dharma refers to the duties of the spirit soul, that is pure devotional service to Lord Hari or Krishna by offering arti, prasadam, and decorating the archa vigraha, etc. This is Bhagavad Dharma. And the second one is Varnashrama Dharma, refers to the duties of the conditioned soul, that is standard and ideal activities connected with the body. So today our talk is all about cows, so milking the cow is the example. So that is the Varnashrama Dharma. We have our material duties called Varnashrama Dharma as well as our spiritual duties known as Bhagavad Dharma. We thus have our material religious duties as well as our spiritual religious duties. Coming to the age of Kali, I will share. Age of Kali. Maharaj Parikshit once had a heartbreaking situation. He met the cow with tears and bull with one leg threatened by a low-class Sudra, Kali, who dressed like a king. Maharaj Parikshit got agitated and without delay wanted to protect the cow and the bull. The bull is the symbol of dharma and the cow is a representation of earth. Saving them reaps good karma and perfection of the human birth. So that is the thought of the Parikshit Maharaj. The bull is the same emblem of the moral principle and the cow is the representative of the earth. And when the bull and cow are in joyful mood, it is understood that the people of the world are also in joyful mood. The reason is that the bull helps production of grains in the agricultural field and delivers milk, the miracle of aggregate food values. Human society therefore maintains these 2 important animals very carefully so that they can wander everywhere in cheerfulness. But the present age, it's different. In this age of Kali, both bull and the cow are now being slaughtered and eaten up as a foodstuff by the class of men who don't know the Brahminical nature. It is also written in 1.16.18 Srimad Bhagavatam. Srila Prabhupada gave a detailed instructions in this purport. I don't want to read that, but yeah, that is the verse I want to refer to. Now coming to the glories of cow. Namo Brahmanya Devaya Go Brahmanya Hitaya Cha Jagaditaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Namaha. My Lord, you are the well-wisher of the cows and Brahmanas, and you are the well-wisher of the entire human society of the world and the world. It is stated in Vishnu Purana 1.19.65. I want to go ahead and talk about the milk and Panchagavya. So The cow is here, and the curd, milk, ghee, cow dung, and cow urine. I just want to go deeper. What is Panchagavya? Milk is the origin of the Panchagavya. So it has milk, ghee, dung, urine, and yogurt. Benefits of milk. Little bit I want to go in deeper, and I want to, this is all my realization today, whatever I'm sharing. So benefits of milk, it is perfect food to humans. It has a lot of nutrients, and all medical ailments to take are taken care of. It is a perfect combination of proteins, vitamins, which nourishes our spiritual life, leading to mode of goodness. Food is an integral part in our life. If we want to pursue devotional service or bhakti yoga, we need to be in goodness. And our food also needs to be in mode of goodness. Nutritious food purifies the brain, the memory, and the intelligence. Then we will be inclined to the path of liberation. Vedic culture promotes cow care, which will help in people's good health, spiritually and mentally. I just want to go deeper how these dairy products can be used. Cow's milk is an ideal rejuvenate food. It nourishes the mind and heart. It is good for such conditions as for lungs, dry coughs, ulcers, infertility, and lack of vitality. Warm milk and ghee is a natural laxative. Pasteurized and homogenized milk, however, often cause constipation, but the pure milk is great laxative. Cardamom is the best spice for antidoting milk's mucus forming properties. Even ginger, cinnamon, turmeric can be used as well. Spicy herbs taken in milk not only make the milk more digestible, but add medicinal properties. Warm milk with pinch of nutmeg before sleep is good home remedy for insomnia. Tonic herbs in milk decoctions are powerful rejuvenate foods. These include ashwagandha and shatavari and ginseng. So these also, if you mix with the milk, it's rejuvenating. Cow's milk is not recommended for kapha, heavy watery types, though sometimes they can handle low-fat milk without proteins. It is best for vata and pitta. But the modern age, they do the contradictory to milk, and the propaganda is like become vegan. This is all because it's not about the cow's milk. This is how we treat the cows with hormones and injections, artificial injections for the fast growth. These are harmful for the cow and the milk produced from the cow. So these are all making the cow's milk. The issues is not with the milk, but it's the issue with how we feed the cow and everything. The second one we are going to talk about, the ghee. Ghee is a real food and used in all sacrifices. The benefits of ghee is like in Ayurveda, it highly recommends that ghee is good for to treat the heart diseases. They recommend half and half glass of ghee for treatments. If you go to Panchakarma, this is the first thing they do with the body. The yogurt. Yogurt is a freshly made yogurt is filled with countless number of beneficial bacteria that help digestion and kill harmful viruses. People taking antibiotics, which can destroy something like lactic flora, are often advised to eat yogurt to replace the healthy bacteria. Individuals who have trouble digesting milk may find that fresh yogurt is much easier to digest and actually aids in their digestion as well. Other health benefits from fresh yogurt includes decreased bloating as well as relief of both constipation and diarrhea and other stomach disorders. Ayurveda recommends taking yogurt in the form of drink known as lassi. This makes the yogurt even more light and digestible and helps in intestinal comfort after eating a meal. Yogurt is only fermented food recognized as sattvic by Ayurveda. Now it's about the cow dung. Cow dung cakes are used for yajnas, and they are also used for getting rid of mosquitoes. And cow urine, it's used for minor cuts, disinfecting skin problems, and aftershave growth. There are so many, they use cow urine in so many things. It has a good medicinal thing. And Srila Prabhupada, like, he encouraged highly recommended farm communities. He recommended cow production in the Vedic literature because it gives the most valuable foodstuff, milk. Apart from other sentiments, it is supplying and in exchange of nothing. This is the words of Srila Prabhupada. Apart from other sentiments, it is supplying an exchange of nothing. She simply eats some grass from the ground. That's all. From paddy, you can take rice. You can supply the straw and she delivers you to very great food stuff. These are all Prabhupada quoted about the cows. And I want to, my realization about these are the Gir cows. I want to tell what is the speciality in the Gir cow. Gir cow is one of the most famous cattle breed in India, which is known for A2 milk. A1 is derived from cows of the Western origin, like Jersey, etc. But A2 milk is obtained from the Indian cows like Gir cow, Shahiwal, etc. Gir cow is called the humped cow because it carries a hump on its back, which differentiates it from the other cows. Gir cow originated from Gujarat. The average Gir cow production is about 6 to 10 liters a day. And I want to detailedly explain what is that hump for, how it generates and why it is needed. So the hump, you can see there is a specific vein. It's called Surya Ketu Nadi on the hump, the vein. So what it happens, it produces salts like golden salts in its blood while dealing with the solar rays. Such salts are in the milk of the cow and other body fluids of the cow. This nadi vein absorbs all energies and radiance from the sun, moon, and all luminaries from the universe and puts them in cow products like milk, ghee. So that nadi, it comes only through Suryaketi nadi is through only Gir cows. So that's why they are so special, and the milk coming from that is very tasteful and so good. I had really experience of that. I used to drink Gir cow milk. Indian cow has a unique vein on interaction with the solar rays, produces gold heat in her blood. Desi cow is the only divine living being that has been connected to the sun, passing through her neck bone. It has delivered to that this nadi absorbs the medical essence from the sun. This process develop prominent fold of the skin hanging below the neck. The process develop. This develop gives immunity power to the cow and cow products. By drinking this milk, our immunity system will also be good. Next, I want to show the Surabhi cow. In the spiritual world, there are Surabhi cows. They give abundant milk, and I want to share like a couple of stories. One is like after Govardhan Lila, Indra was so horrified, and he wanted to pacify Krishna because he's angry. So he don't want to go in front of Krishna just like that because he's scared. So he goes with the Surabhi. He takes Surabhi and he like walks back of the Surabhi, but seeing Krishna, like seeing Surabhi, Krishna will be very happy and all his mood will come down from angry to happy. So that is one story. And the second story I want to share is Vishwamitra. In Ramayana, Vishwamitra earlier was known as Kaushika, was a king who rejected Kshatriya duties with his intense penance and became a Brahmarshi. So that is a later on story, but the starting is like when Vishwamitra was Kaushika, he visited the ashram of Vashishta. Once with his entire army, he visited them, and Vashishta could cater for the whole army with the aid of Kamadhenu, the wish-fulfilling cow. Kaushika wished to take the cow for the welfare of his kingdom and asked Vashishta for Kamadhenu. But when Vashishta refused, Kaushika tried to take the Kamadhenu by force. Vashishta, using his tapas, defected Kaushika for his insolence. Unsatisfied, Kaushika began his penance again. Yeah, so he got purified after the penance and he got titled as Maharshi. Later on, he even helped Lord Rama in the marriage ceremony of Sita Devi. So the next one I'm going to share is, we recently visited Gita Nagari. It's a serene place full of cows and farmlands. It's a beautiful place. And I want to conclude today's class with Go Mahatya. And actually, when I'm small, like I'm like kindergarten, my first essay was all about cow. And my mom prepared me so much, everything she prepared. And I went to school and I came back home and my mom was so excited. She was asking me, did you do the essay? How did you do? Actually, I told, I did not do the cow, I do the other one. My mom is, I don't know what she felt. Like now also she'll tell to her grandkids that I prepared her so much, but she did not do that. At least she'll be happy seeing this, that I prepared this class only for Gomata cow. Yeah, and Go Mahatya I'm going to recite. It is like a shloka. Go Padamalu Pitru Devatalu. The legs are Pitru Devas. Pikkalu Pidugantalu. అడుగులు ఆకాశ గంగలు, ముక్కోలు పులుకులు, ముత్యపు చిప్పలు, కర్రి కర్రెన్నుగా, పొదుగు పుండరీకాక్షుడు, స్తనము చతుర్వేదములు, గోమయము శ్రీలక్ష్మి, పాలు పంచామృతాలు, తోక 90 కోట్ల ఋషులు, బొడ్డు పొన్న పువ్వు, కడుపు కైలాసం, కొమ్ములు కోటిగుడులు, ముఖము జ్యేష్ఠ, వెన్ను యమధర్మరాజు, ముక్కు సిరి, కళ్ళు కలువరేకలు, చెవులు శంఖనాదం, నాలుక నారాయణ స్వరూపం, దంతములు దేవతలు, పళ్ళు పరమేశ్వరి, నోరు లోకనిధి. Yeah, all demigods, whatever we see in the material world, everything is in go like in the rupa of cow. Yeah, I want to conclude this session. Thank you. If any realizations or sharings, please share. If there are no
mathaji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Very nice presentation. I learned actually so much about different types of cows and very nicely presented. And I really like that personal touch with your mother. You said that your mother, I'm sure, You should definitely send this video to her. I'm sure she'll appreciate it. So thank you for, very nicely describing.
Thank you, Mother. Kids listen to mothers, but they should be really patient. I can say that.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Mataji. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So if there are no realizations, I want to conclude the call. वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. हरे कृष्ण.